Good day, everyone, and I welcome you to another special edition of your favorite program, Campus Today, on UNIOSUN broadcast station. You are welcome. I am Rachel Akimbode, and anchoring this program with me today is
David Oladoyin.
On the program today, we'll be talking about security issues in Osun State University Ikire campus and its environs. And in the house today, we have a very important personality. He's a lecturer from the history department of the university, and he's also an associate professor in person of Dr. Ibiloye. You are welcome, sir.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you.
So, before we proceed with the lot of goodies we have for you on the program today, we are going to have a musical break, and we are going to continue after then. Stay tuned and enjoy the program.
We are the future, we are the dream, we are the nation, we are part of this. Yes, we are so amazing, that's the least we shall be. At the heart of the nation, changing history. How can they say that we are finished? We have just begun. When we have nowhere else to run to, we have nowhere else to go. So get out of the way of the land of our dreams. We are the nation, we are part of this. Oh, oh.
Welcome back. Still on security issues, our first guest speaker, just as my co-anchor has introduced, Professor Ibiloye. Can you please introduce yourself to our audience, please?
Thank you. I am Dr. Emmanuel Olaniyi Ibiloye, an associate professor of history in the Department of History and International Studies. I am the current acting provost of the College of Humanity and Culture, Ikire campus. Thank you.
So it is our pleasure to have you here on the program today,
Thank you, sir.
and we really appreciate your coming. So,
Thank
sir, if we may ask us, sir, for how long have you been in this position, in this office? For how long have you been there, sir?
Yes, thank you. By the grace of God, I've been in this office for over a year now. I had my appointment since 1st August 2017. It's a tenured office, and so the acting position lasted 1 year. The tenure was renewed 1st August 2018 for another 1 year. So, well, I've been in the office for well over a year now.
Well, those are notable positions of great honor, sir. And sir, please, we want to ask you, with this your position, what can you say about the present security issue in Osun State University Ikire campus and its environs? What can you say about the present security?
When you define security
Okay, sir.
in terms of provision of safety of life and property to both students and staffers and even the immediate neighbors of the university environment here. The issue of security is a collective responsibility, which should not be left in the hand of the university authority. And so, we can see by all intent and purposes that since we came into office 2017, we have taken a number of measures and which has yielded very positive result. And so currently, I would say at least we have a relatively stable situation whereby at least people are comfortable living within the university environment since I came into office 2017.
There was a time we gathered some information about the robbery incident that happened on 7th of July, year 2018. It was an incident that really led to a protest among the students, to the extent that they needed to trek from the campus gate down to the palace because of the robbery incident that kept on happening every now and then. So, sir, we want to ask you about your opinion about what measures is the school going to embark on to probably work with the society and ensure safety for the students so as to curb these incessant robbery attacks, sir?
Well, I sincerely want to commend students for the matured way they handled the situation, as you mentioned, July 7th. Though no one will want a situation where students or even staff or members of the public will constitute more or less, disruption to academic work of the university. But what you did on July 7th was a very matured way of making your dissatisfaction with the situation known, not only to university authority, but also to the entire Ikire community. And to my satisfaction, I want to commend you and let you know that the Akire himself was very happy with the way you conducted yourself that day. So I'm giving you kudos for that day's procession. It was, precisely very peaceful, maturely handled. You went on procession, you came back. It is not student demonstration that is wrong or any negative consequences, but the way that is handled. But I want to say the way you handled the situation of July 7th was a way that really gave us comfort. That at least we are breeding a more or less matured people within this campus here, who when they get outside the system here, they will give a very positive image of those people we have trained here. So that apart, I want you to know that the issue of security is not something that is limited to campus situation. And so when there was a burglary incidents outside the campus, we all felt concerned. Immediately the case was reported to me 3 a.m. in the middle of the night. I woke up to call the chief security officer of the college and instructed him immediately to detail his officers to go around the hostel. They went there, and your student union confirmed that our security men came around. And whatever must have happened, they were able to dispatch. They called the police, which have the sole responsibility of handling issue of security in the society. The police were invited, and to the glory of God, we are happy that no life was lost. Though the brigandage were dispersed. And the following morning, we took another step. I went to Akire's palace to let him know what situation was. It is a pity that you got to the palace, student got to the palace before me. But immediately, I was about accosting you when you were coming back from the palace.
Wow.
But I made sure I detour towards my left because I didn't want to meet the crowd. So I went to the palace and met Akire in council with all the chiefs. I addressed them that our students meant no harm towards the community, and they too expressed their satisfaction the way you conducted yourself, that it was a matured manner. And since then we have taken a number of steps to be sure that such incident did not reoccur. Part of the step we took was that we held security meeting. Not only within the campus, we invited people from outside to our campus here. Your student union officials were there. All the security agencies within the Ikire community were invited. The police, which was represented by the DPO, the SSS people was invited, the civil defense was invited,
Wow.
and the student union was equally among those who participated in the security meeting, where we made effort towards providing solutions to the security challenges. A number of issues were highlighted by students and members of the community, in which to some extent blames were laid on students on the way they conducted themselves. And of course, even your union accepted certain degree of responsibility for this. By you not taking care of your own security within your hostel, leaving your hostel open without closing even when you are leaving home. To such extent, some of you going on night party and not coming back until later in the night, 2 a.m., finding students along the street around 2 a.m. does not show you to be a responsible student or a citizen of our society. And these are some of the issues we have tried to address and sent your student representative to call your attention to that all these things has to be curbed.
So I really appreciate your responses. But on that particular day of protest, I was among the students at the palace there. So we were able to talk to the chairman himself, the local government chairman. So the chairman made us to understand that in as much anybody is caught working late in the night, he or she, no matter who the person is going to be handled like a criminal. So this is his own part that he has promised to play as a local government chairman. So sir, I would like to know the steps the school is planning on taking to ensure that anybody caught is punished.
The number of security measures that have been taken since the last episode was that we have intelligence gathering in place to keep us informed on what is happening within our campus, not only among students but staff that can constitute a security threat to our community. The local government have organized a security retreat in which students, staff, and all security agencies within the community were invited, because security is not limited to the student university campus.
Yeah, let me cut you there, sir.
Okay.
You said you made mention the community security. It has gotten to our notice that some of them have not been active. Is it because they are not being paid, or the school is unaware of their duties, or what? Or the Oba of Ikire are not doing anything towards all this stuff?
They are active. I don't know in what sense you want them to be active. Not until they start struggling with students.
Because that very day, the incidents occurred. I mean, that burglary thing, accident, sir. Because they were meant to be on duty, sir. So we were so shocked. We want to know what really happened there. Were they not on duty on that very day, sir?
Yes, security men were on duty in the campus, but the activities of university security can only be limited to university campus, not student hostel. Student hostel are private, establishments which are handled by those who are responsible for this hostel. And you don't expect university to provide security for private, hostels. If to say that the university is residential, that would be a different story. Provision of security would have been, all along taken up by university. But those one outside, it has been so organized that from next session, the arrangement has been made that students will not be encouraged to take up hostel where we cannot guarantee full security. there are some of these hostels that are not quite secured. We are aware of it. A situation where the landlord or whoever is responsible for each of these hostels cannot provide for, vigilante, providing security in terms of the structure of the hostel itself, it makes it very vulnerable to, marauders attack. Those ones will not be encouraged to take in students. And that is why the university have made arrangement for every hostel provider to register with the university. And so there will be approved number of hostels into which students should go in. And university will be responsible for more or less taking in students into such.
Okay, sir, you said approved registered hostel. Yeah. Is it that they are going to build an hostel and register it under school authority or not? Or that school is going to create their own hostel? Sir, we don't really get it, sir.
The arrangement will be in partnership with private individual.
Okay.
And the arrangement is such that the hostel provider will provide hostel, but the responsibility towards registering students into that such hostel will be the responsibility of university.
Wow.
And that is those hostels that are recognized as good enough for taking in students, secured enough, having provided security,
wow,
lighting,
wow,
water, and whatever it is. The environment itself should be such that is conducive for student security.
Wow,
so
wow,
such hostel will be registered with the university, and it is this hostel that we are going to allow students. Whoever goes into anyone that is unregistered will know it is his or her exclusive responsibility to take care of him or herself.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you, sir. You have said it all. You have so said it all. Before we continue, we'll quickly go on a short break. Stay tuned.
Do you know the efficacy of coconut oil lies its natural properties to serve as food uses, body and skincare, household and medicine? That is why pure coconut oil is good for you. It's good for abdominal pain relief, fertility booster, menstrual disorder remedy, ulcer remedy, ear dropped, headache relief, shoe shiner. For further inquiries, you can call 080-384-74117 or email at olaworebola@gmail.com. Pure coconut oil, good for you.
Welcome back, sir. Really appreciate your presence here, sir. You've really answered most of our questions. I want to ask you, what are your special advice for the new intake coming to the university, so they won't be so scared of security awareness? That what are the special tips you have for them?
Like their personal ways of keeping themselves secured, what they could do to prevent those things from happening, sir.
Thank you. Part of what the measures we have taken before now are things that we want students to take serious note of. And these are the things that in the course of time, apart from those steps we have taken previously, we have also summoned not only students to a colloquium, which I know that most of you participated in which, in the process of time, we let you know those things which are the do's and don'ts of a university system. A university system operates in a way that, we expect that those who come in are supposed to be matured. And so, under whatever circumstance you find yourself, an average undergraduate is not expected to resort into violence. When you allow that, animal instinct in you to dominate your mind and you resort into violence, exchanging blows, assaulting one another, you have descended to the level of an animal, a lower animal. And first and foremost, part of the content of your student handbook says that once you have any reason to assault anybody or you exchange blows with anybody, you pack your load and go. You cease to be a recognized members of the university community. So within the environment here, notwithstanding the fact that we have more or less non-residential system within Osun State University. The university still take care of our own outside. That is part of what I said, that we make arrangement for particular hostel where students will stay, ensure that security is provided in this hostel, the water system is there, the lighting is okay, and that the structural makeup of such hostel is such that to be conducive to not only healthy living and security of life and property.
Wow.
And the advice we are giving students that are just coming in is that part of the basic regulation of living within our campus here is that keeping night outing is forbidden for students. If you remember the son or daughter of who you are, you know that if you are with your parent at home, there is no way you will say you go to party and come back 12 midnight, 2 a.m., parading the street and allowing security agents to lay hand upon you and detain you. That does not show you that you are a responsible person within the community. So we are advising whoever is coming in. And of course, thank God, notwithstanding there has been one case or the other, the people of the community have given us assurance that they are going to provide for vigilante surveillance of all the areas where students are resident.
Okay, sir. Sorry to cut you, sir. In this aspect, you said night programs. What if each fellowship, student fellowship, has a special program that has to do with a vigil thing? What should we expect from this vigilante you just mentioned, sir?
When there are religious activities that goes deep into the night, that's a different dispensation. And we know that such night vigil often lasts maybe between 10 p.m. and maybe not earlier than 5 a.m. You confine yourself to the area of activity until daybreak, not wandering the street in the night around 2 a.m., 1 a.m. That's a different dispensation. If you have to be careful, even your participation in religious activity. You have had the case of a particular young child, a boy of around between 18 and 20 in Port Harcourt in recent time, who was coming back from a church program around 6 a.m. in the morning with his mother. And, they accosted police patrol. And in the presence of this parent, that boy was shot dead. It was in the news.
Wow.
So that is why you should be extremely careful how you wander the night, even for religious purpose. Be careful the way you conduct yourself. Confine yourself to the area where such activity is taking place when you go for night vigil or whatever you call it. And it is only after daybreak that you go back to your hostel. Not as if you have right to say your program is finished around 1 a.m. and you say you are going back to the hostel 1 a.m. That may be detrimental to your personal security. So please take note of this.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
Appreciate your time, your everything that you've said here today. And we hope that when next we want to have you in a program like this, we'll be glad to still have you around, and we hope you'll be coming.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching this program. We really appreciate your time, and we hope that you've enjoyed the program, and the time with us has been a worthwhile one. The provost has said a lot on the program today, and he has promised to work together with the landlord of the students' hostels to ensure safety and security of the students. So you, on the other hand, as students, you have your own quota to contribute to. You are not to walk around when it is late in the night, and to avoid being harassed by the vigilantes and the security men, you stay indoor when it is past 10 p.m. in the night. And also, you are to ensure if there is any religious gathering, you have to ensure you are there till daybreak, till 5 a.m. before you exit the area, so as to ensure your safety within that particular point in time. Thank you so much for joining us this week. We hope to have you again next week for another fresh episode of the program Campus Today. Thank you.
We are the nation, we are part of this.